In the 1800s, most high-profile criminal cases were only spoken of on a local level. Thanks to the internet, such news today will attract attention from people around the world. On July the 12th, 1879, the city of Clinton, Tennessee would be pulled into a murder trial, with some citizens favoring the victim and others favoring the suspects. On January 22nd, 1880, bookkeeper Samuel B. Ault, who was born on September the 12th, 1829, was chosen from 491 citizens to sit on the jury of a murder trial, along with Reese Thomas, John Gaham, David Huddleston, Mark Reynolds, James Wilson, John Langston, John Parks, J.W. Pritchett, George Hill, and John Disnery. Their case would have a lasting impact on the cities of Clinton and Knoxville, Tennessee.
In 1879, a verbal altercation between three prominent men during a Sunday church service would escalate, with one being killed and two others injured. Samuel O. Shipe, a university student, and A.J. Queener, an Anderson County court clerk, purportedly insulted Hugh M. Bonham, an attorney, that Sunday, leading to an encounter between Samuel O. Shipe and Bonham 2 to 3 months later. According to some reports, the incident became physical, and Bonham got the better of Samuel Shipe.
It is also alleged that Bonham made inflammatory statements against Mr. Shipe while appearing before a justice of peace in defense of Lee Hall. Bonham said he would be willing to make amends for any wrongs he had inflicted, but the conflict spiraled out of control and became fatal. After word got around that Samuel O. Shipe and Queener planned to attack Bonham, he did his best to avoid them. The night before Bonham was killed, he told his friend that he would only fight to defend himself and, quote, would not take any words for an assault, end quote.
Approximately 8 a.m., July the 12th, 1879, John L. Shipe, a R.I. mail clerk, his son Samuel O. Shipe, and Queener attacked Bonham outside a shoe shop in Clinton. The three beat Bonham with clubs and rocks, hitting him in the head and knocking him to the ground. The fight came to an end after about 22 shots were fired, including 4 from Bonham's pistol and about 18 from Shipe's weapon. Samuel O. and John L. Shipe shot Bonham as he fell to the ground the last times. Samuel O. Shipe ended the assault with 2 heavy blows to Bonham's head.
An examination by several physicians revealed that Bonham had been shot by 3 different sized balls, which discredits the claims that Queener was not armed at the time of the attack. According to eyewitnesses, the shooting was believed to have started simultaneously. The Shipes and Queener were transported to the Knoxville jail, where they remained until their trial began on January 19, 1880. The trial came to an end after 2 weeks of opening statements, presenting evidence and closing arguments, leaving the jury to decide the fate of the defendants.
Approximately 7 a.m., February 3, 1880, the jury returned a verdict of acquittal as to Queener, guilty of assault and battery as to Samuel O. Shipe, and guilty of assault as to J. L. Shipe. All defendants were ordered to pay a $50 fine before being released from custody. Bonham enlisted in the Army at the age of 16, serving as a private in the Union Army in the 1st Regiment Company E, Tennessee Mounted Infantry. He was a superintendent of public instruction of Anderson County, a lawyer, and spent much of his time traveling on the western border.
Later, Hugh Bonham's brother James ran into trouble of his own. On August the 20th, 1881, he got into an altercation with Marion Cooper in Jacksboro. The incident left Bonham with a broken arm. Samuel O. Shipe was born in 1857 and died in 1923 from complications of diabetes. Samuel Ault and his fellow jurors were forced to weigh the evidence and make a judgment in the defendant's case. They undoubtedly did the best they could with what they were provided. Would you have ruled the same? Samuel Ault died on June 4, 1907 from cerebral softening. He has since been laid to rest in the Old Gray Cemetery in Knoxville, Tennessee.